This is about SolidWorks interface. When you log on to the SolidWorks, you will see this windows, and then when I try to highlight something, then you will see the big dot circle. So that just watch those big circles that when I mentioned some of those key features that we are going to discuss. And that once you log on to the system, you will see the first window like this, and also that for your tutorials, that we are going few tutorials throughout this semester, and that will be in this learn. And again, that's learn. Click on it, and you could have that tutorials. Then you'll find all the tutorials. And also, if that the font size is too small, you could click on by moving mouse cursor to the tutorial window. You could do Control plus, Control minus to reduce, or zoom out, plus. Then you will find out all those tutorials. And since we are not going to tutorial today, and first that if you have this is a blank window. Once you click, and that one of those on top, again on top, you will see that some arrow. And if you click on arrow again, I will show you the arrow again. That is the arrow, and click on it. I want you to put the thumbnail so that you have more options that you could choose from. So there's some menu, that the bar, and it goes to be all those extra menus. Again, if you have the file, view, and check the tools, and you have many different options they could choose. And this is again home, so that you could have again if you click on it, you will have again home, that the pop-up window that we have seen before. And this is the files, again new. When you click on new, or you could click on the file and new, you have the same pop-up window. And then part is for the 3D part. That could be extrude boss base, the revolved boss base, and all other 3D features you could use with this. And this second option, that is going to be assembly. And that when you have more than one part, you want to assemble them together, and then you use assembly as the new drawing. And then out of that, the part drawing, the 3D part drawing, again 3D, the assembled drawings, you could have multi-view drawing by clicking on this. That is the draw. So draw is a 2D drawing, and you could have multi-view projection view, and with the dimensions and so on. That's what we have. But at this moment, I will choose the part, so that once you click on part, you will have another different windows on left hand side. Again, left column, you have different window. And now if you look somewhere in the menu area, that some of the features are actually accessible at this moment. But these, again, this gray area at this moment is not accessible. That's available if you complete some of those base or the boss features. And the first, you could choose one of the options, the extrude boss base. I want again extrude boss base. If you click on it, and again you have the new pop-up window, but it's highlighted the message. It says select a plane on which to sketch the feature per section. So again, you are creating profile, and that in the case if you choose the front, that the plane, you could extrude toward you or away from you. If you choose the top plane, that you could extrude either going up or down. If you choose right plane, that extrude will be going to the left or right. That is what you are going to have. So the first choice you're going to have which plane you want to work on for your profile. So I will choose the top plane. So once you have top plane, you start to have the origin, and also that the menu items are changed right here. That is for the basically 2D drawings, and that's a line drawing. Again, you have those down arrow. If you click on down arrow, you have the about center line, and the midpoint, the line, and so on, you have more options. So if you choose the circles, and again, that if you choose the down arrow, you have circle, perimeter circle, so you have to do some choices. This is a spline curve you could create, and about rectangle, and this is again arc, and the ellipse, and you could create a text, and this is a slot, and that is polygons, and this is a corner. And you could do fillet with this, the 2D drawing, or you could do it on the 3D part, and the select edges, sharp edges to remove it. And that's what you have. And trim, convert, the offset, those are kind of the editing tools. And trim is you could have the existing elements, make it longer, if that is a line, and or you could extend this one to certain points of reference and convert. And that if you have the more than one plane, that you have other plane has this the profile, you can copy those onto your working plane. Offset is creating parallel elements. And the next one is the mirror entities. So you have the symmetrical elements that you don't have to create one at a now all the elements the one at a time. You just create one, and then you could have to flip the images or copy the images or respect to that the mirror line and so on. And this is a pattern. You could have the same thing. The linear pattern is like a matrix shape, and also circular pattern. You could create maybe 6 of them and 8 of them, or the 3 of them around the circular arc and so on. And that's what we have. And those are basic interfaces you are going to see from the SolidWorks. And if you try to select some other features at this moment and going back to feature, and all the things are not highlighted because you are in the middle of this, the process. And if you look that top right corner right here, you have that the cross X, the red X, and those, so that that means you're in the process of something. So if you want to be out of those, either you could click this cross X, or you could press the escape button. So escape, and then you could be out of this. These are the basic that the interface with the SolidWorks.